Welcome back once again to Three Guys, 5 Feet Apart podcast. As always, I'm your host, Michael. Joining me today, a very limited cast, is...
I'm Alex.
It's your boy, Austin.
And we are sitting right next to a very lovely fire that Austin created by chucking an absurd amount of gasoline and then lighting it, scaring the crap out of Alex and I.
Listen, it was only about a third a cup of gasoline.
I just almost died and got burned alive.
The flames got super close to Alex, and I was setting up the podcast, so I wasn't even paying attention. All I know is the fire just sprang up, and it scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
So thank you, Austin. As
You're
always,
I do my best.
we have a very limited cast today. Jonah and Chris could not make it for this recording, but we figured we'd still record anyway. See how it turns out. Pretty good stuff as always. So we have a whole host of topics we want to talk about. Actually, right before we started recording, we started talking about a classic show called...
I do that all the time, too.
A classic show, Phineas and Ferb. Alex almost just knocked over a stone around the fire.
Good old Phineas and Ferb.
No, but straight up, I love that show when I was little.
What was it that was just there's just something about it. I don't know.
It was kids kind of your own age that were doing all this crazy stuff of summer vacation.
Because summertime was always
But it was so much different than other cartoons.
I think it's just because every time they would just do something crazy and wacky. Whereas I know in cartoons it's always weird and they're always doing weird stuff, but they would always have it so Phineas and Ferb would build something crazy, and then you'd always have it so
Candace
Perry.
Would try to.
Oh yeah.
It was very
get them in trouble.
episodic and formulaic, but somehow each episode was new and fresh and exciting.
Yeah.
You knew all the same stuff was gonna happen, but at the same time you were just oh my goodness, I can't wait to see the next episode.
Yeah. It was just really fun.
It had a magic to it.
They tried doing another show the same.
Yeah,
universe.
it was the same universe.
Milo and
that guy's an asshole.
What was it called? There's what's that saying where if something
Murphy's Law. That's the show.
Did it not do well, or
I haven't heard anything.
I haven't heard about it.
I watched an episode of it and it was
it's not really it's not targeted at us, so I'm sure maybe it does well. Maybe it does well with kids. I
guess that's true. Maybe if we went back and watched Phineas and Ferb, it wouldn't be as good. I freaking love the Phineas and Ferb movie though.
That was awesome. The Dimension thing.
The Dimension.
Well, they had the Candace one too. The Candace movie.
Candace. I don't know if I ever saw.
There was
that
a Candace movie.
Yeah.
Was it just about
she
her?
became the princess of an alien planet.
Oh.
And they had to go get her back.
Was that a movie or was that a special?
It was a movie, and it came on Disney Plus not too long ago.
Okay, I was about to say because I know they had specials where they did events in Phineas and Ferb.
No, yeah, it was a new one that they released not too long ago.
Okay,
that's cool.
Bringing Phineas and Ferb back.
They are? They're bringing them back?
No, but they did for that one.
We're bringing it back.
We should.
Podcast.
I love how they ended it though, with them growing up and stuff. I wish they would bring it back.
Yeah, kind of adult.
I feel it would work.
Phineas and Ferb all grown up? I don't think it would work.
No?
No. But this goes back to what I always say, just let it end.
I mean, hey, they made Dora grow up.
You know what I'm really surprised, though? That they never made a Perry the Platypus spinoff.
Yeah,
that would have been a great spinoff.
I feel
no, it wouldn't.
How would...
Because
agent...
they only work because it's got that balance. You can tolerate Perry the Platypus in these small moments in the episode, and you like it, and you think oh, I want more Perry the Platypus, and then you get more, and you're just no, I don't like this. It's the same thing with Cars. Everyone
you could have the balance be with Dr. Doofenshmirtz and have him.
Everyone liked Mater in Cars 1, so they were we're gonna make Mater the main character of Cars 2. And
I actually enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, it's still okay, but it wasn't as good. It was weird and different.
Yeah,
that's true.
So that's the same thing, and it goes with everything that we talk about in terms of what Hollywood does. Is they just take these ideas and bleed them dry. Oh, we're gonna keep making spin-offs. We're gonna keep making, and then once you get them, you're oh god, this is awful.
Right?
Yeah, I think it's because there's always the side characters are usually fan favorites because they can be funny and wacky and not really affect the story.
But
everyone's drawn to those. Yeah. But then they're oh, let's just make it the main thing. But then it doesn't work because it's the main character now.
It's the rule of comedy. Usually in comedy, there's what's called the straight man, which is a guy taking the situation serious, and then you have the funny man, the goofy guy that makes light of the situation. but they only work together. You can't like put the funny man and give him his own show, because then like, well, that's not going to balance out.
It's true.
Who was the funny man in Phineas and Ferb, though? I think it was Ferb.
Yeah.
He always had that one moment every episode.
Yeah, he never said much, did he?
No.
There's like all these theories though about like Phineas actually being the son of Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
I'm just laughing. The fire just like shot out these two embers and they both hit Alex.
Fuck you, fire.
See, the fire disagrees with your Perry the Platypus spin-off series.
What are some series? Me and Michael were talking earlier this week. What are some series or movies that were supposed to be made that were never made that you would love to see be made, or spin-offs that you think would work?
We did talk about this, and I need to bring it up, even though it might not be my answer. But the Superman Lives movie,
Which we brought it up before in a podcast.
Yeah, written by Kevin Smith, supposed to star Nicolas Cage. And when this episode goes up, I'm going to make a change.org petition to make that movie.
Yes.
Still with Nicolas Cage as Superman. I don't care how old he is, what shape he's in.
I agree.
Put him in the suit.
I do not like Nicolas Cage that much, but like
He deserves it.
I watched him talking about the Superman movie and like how much he was enjoying it and stuff. I was like, man, this guy deserves to be Superman.
I want
Make him
the script
Superman.
that Kevin Smith wrote for it. I want Nicolas Cage in the suit.
I guess Doomsday, Brainiac, and Lex Luthor were all supposed to be the bad guys in there. I was like, dang, that's
Really?
like a full.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, but so I'm all for it.
And I guess his suit was the first suit to ever like get rid of the red spandex on the outside. Like,
yeah, that was one of the rules, and we discussed it on a previous episode, so I'm not going into that. If you want to watch it, I forget which episode it was, but we discussed in depth the canceled Superman Lives movie. So go back and watch our episode about that.
But that just brings up: is there any other things like that you would love to see get made? Or
there was in 2011 they were going to make a Wonder Woman TV series.
Oh, who was supposed to star in that?
I forget her name, but she was pretty hot.
Because wasn't Pedro Pascal supposed to be in that TV show as well? And then that didn't work out.
I don't remember,
but he ended up being the bad guy in the new movie anyways.
I'm not sure, but all I know is they were going to make that series and it never got made, but there's images of the actress in the suit and like test footage shot.
I don't know.
Was it around the same time like all the DC shows were coming out on CW?
It was 2011, so I think it was a little bit before.
Okay.
I feel like it would have done well, actually.
It might have, depending on what they did with it.
I don't know. Was that before or after Wonder Woman came out? Because I feel like after
that was
like
before,
it was before,
the
yeah.
Wonder Woman
because I feel
movie.
like after the Wonder Woman movie came out, it really like opened people's eyes.
Yeah, to what the character could be.
So I feel like they can make it work now.
I hope they bring Donna Troy in. One of them.
Yeah. But what about you? You guys have any like canceled shows or anything or movies that you were like, you hope?
Okay,
someday
we were
get
talking
made?
about Superman. I don't remember what it is, but it was like he goes in like the future, and there's like a future like galactic Justice League.
A Legion of Superheroes.
Yeah,
Yes,
that.
and it had like the kid Brainiac and
Yeah,
stuff.
I freaking
Yeah,
love
that
I
was-
Legion
love
of
that.
Superheroes.
It
Yeah,
was
That-
so
that
good.
wasn't-
superheroes.
That still happened. That wasn't like.
But
I
it
want
got
it brought
canceled
back.
though at a certain point.
Yeah, it got canceled. It
they
made me
kind of
sad.
had like a nice wrapped up ending though.
I don't remember it.
I don't
just
consider
remember
that
it being really
canceled.
cool.
Well,
But it was really
Bring
want
it
it
fun.
back.
back. Bring it back.
I love the season, even though season 2 is like considered the worst one out of the 2 seasons. I love the season 2 episodes mainly just because they go back and they're like, we're gonna need Superman again, and they're kind of like joking, oh, I can't wait to see that skinny Kryptonian, but they get like adult Superman to help him out, and he like comes in, he's just like, what's up, guys? And it's just like, okay, we got like full power Superman right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
see, that's why I kind of liked it because like it was still a little like jokey, but it still had serious moments. Where I feel
Yeah.
like now it's like it's either super serious or
Like,
like
Was it-
remember, as a
Is it
child,
different than the actual Legion of Superheroes? Because I remember they did have the rings in the show.
yeah, there was some similarities and differences. I remember as a child, like, nothing hurt me more than that season finale of season 1 where they like destroy the Star Eater and Pharaoh Lad dies.
oh yeah,
The kid that could turn himself into metal.
That was
Uh,
sad. See, that's
'cause
the thing. They did that, but it was still like a cartoon. But, like,
Yeah,
they still,
like he
did
goes
stuff
in
like
there and he
that.
wrecks the whole machine, and then like at the very last, they have like his funeral, and like at the very last moment of the episode, they show his like dead body on an asteroid. I always thought that was like teasing him coming back, but they never brought him back. So they literally just showed you his corpse on an
That
asteroid.
is so sad.
Imagine that was back in the day where you could like mentally scar kids in your shows.
Let's bring that back. We
Yeah, I
need
mean,
some-
like Ben 10. What's the bad guy that was the clown?
Vilgax.
No, the clown.
Oh,
I don't remember the clown.
I want to
I
say
hated that guy. He scared the shit out of me.
I don't remember his name. I want almost say Clown Freak or something.
Clown
All of
boy.
his villains had really weird.
There was a
names.
few, like, and especially like when they got into like the magic part of it, like there was like
Yeah.
Ben 10 got a little dark a few times.
Okay, let's talk about series. Okay, we're talking about series that didn't show up or got canceled that we are sad about. But I want to flip it because Alex brought Ben 10. What's the series that
you just wish would end?
Yeah, mine is Ben 10 because they did like this.
Yeah,
really
they keep
childish
bringing it
reboot
back.
now.
It's super
How many
annoying.
times have they rebooted it now?
It's like 4
So,
or 5 times.
It was okay up until like
There was like they did
Omniverse was okay.
Ultimate Alien, Omniverse was okay. There was like
It was Ben 10, Ben 10 Alien Force, Ben 10 Ultimate Alien, which was really the second part of Alien Force.
Yeah.
Then they did Omniverse, which was
okay.
a sort of reboot, but not exactly. Like he still aged, even though the animation style made him look way younger.
Yeah.
So I think that was actually even a sequel to Ultimate Alien, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But now they have like some like really stupid full-on reboot of Ben 10,
Yeah.
which
at the very end of it, it just ended.
Yeah.
They brought like all the old Ben 10s and
really
every version of Ben 10 that has ever been into the show.
But it just shows like
it ended,
and then they
though.
just like ended, and so now
Yeah.
people are like they can do whatever they want with the next thing, and
But
so like
that's the
people are
thing.
really hoping
there doesn't need to be a next
but they're
thing.
going to like
I mean, I like Ben 10, but it's like that mass like media thing where they do too much
Yeah.
with it.
Well, they
Make
just-
a new idea.
they
Come
got
up with
so.
something.
Have you seen the aliens like now? They are so uncreative.
Yeah.
Like all of them have like suits over.
One of them
the
was like a
aliens.
Lego. It was literally like Legos.
Well, and one of the newest ones, like every single alien has like a suit like over them, like
Do you
alien
know-
part
do
of
you know
them.
why?
Because
No.
Toys.
Yeah, but like
Can't-
they all look the same. Like every single one of them look the same. They have like this metal like helmet and stuff, and it looks so dumb. Like you can't see their faces. There's no detail to any of them at all.
Again, toys.
Yeah, it's just there's no.
this
The
is
aliens
lame.
used to look so cool.
Yeah. Who was your favorite Ben 10 alien?
It was probably Heat Blast for a while.
Mine was always Diamond Head.
Diamond Head's pretty.
Oh,
sick.
I
yeah,
loved
dude.
how Diamond
I
Head
did
seemed
like
like the
Diamond
most
Head.
balanced because he was still strong, still durable, and he
And
could even
quick.
like shoot diamonds and do all those other kind of attacks.
I like Speedy Boy. I don't remember
Like
what his
Accelerate?
name was. Yeah, Accelerate.
And it was
yeah, I
spelled
like
like
him. Yeah.
XLRA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that guy.
I
It's really
did
fun.
like him.
Dude, I remember when Ultimate Alien came out, and like what was the dude that was like all black and like
Oh,
when he turned into him, he like went into like this void and had to like talk to these faces.
Alien X.
Alien
yeah.
X,
Wasn't
yeah.
that
That was
wasn't he basically just like a god though?
Yeah, he was what the species was called Celestial Sapien,
Yeah.
and they were essentially like omnipotent, basically.
Yeah.
But the whole thing with their race was each Celestial Sapien had two personalities that were literally always arguing and debating with each other, and they were always the opposite. So they could never agree to act on something,
Oh.
and that's why, like,
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
and
And
that's
he would just
why,
get stuck in there.
yeah, all the Celestial Sapiens, when they reach maturity, they basically just don't do anything because they're always debating inside their own heads. But what made Ben special was that, like, by transforming into Alien X, he could be like the third voice in there, so basically the tiebreaker.
That's such a cool idea.
It's
Yeah.
pretty. Yeah, it's really.
That's a creative idea. They couldn't. Nowadays, the way they dumb down cartoons, they basically insult kids' intelligence. Like, you're not smart enough to
Yeah.
They're
understand
all like
this
literally
concept.
just like retarded. Like
Yeah. Well, see that was the best part about things like Avatar and like they didn't take you for like
Yeah.
being dumb.
It was like,
But
yeah,
yeah.
you can understand these deep concepts. Nowadays, they like make the cartoons for kids, and it's just like, oh, loud noises, bright colors. It's like, you don't need any plot. You don't need any like intellectual stimulation. We're just
No.
gonna throw colors at
I
you.
mean,
till
hey,
you
listen,
pass out.
I've seen a 3-year-old play with an iPad, so they can figure it out. You
Right.
can make more intense.
so who was your favorite
cartoons.
alien from the Ultimate? Like when he was a teenager.
Ooh, this is gonna sound weird. I always kind of liked Goop.
Really?
Something about like he never got a lot of screen time, but like something about like when he turned into Goop, he always had like really creative things. And Goop had that little like satellite to control his body. I liked
Yeah.
that.
I don't know why, but like I can picture them all in my head, but I'm having like a little bit of a brain fart on names.
Yeah, I can like go through and like picture stuff in my head. I don't remember if it was the adult one though.
I remember
Upchuck was really fun.
Upchuck was cool. Way Big was awesome
Dude, Way
because
Big.
that was in the Ben 10 movie, and that was
Yeah.
like the best part of the movie.
What was Frostbite? Was it like the big moth that
Big
was blue?
Chill.
Big Chill, yeah.
Oh.
I remember they sold Ben 10 figures, and each of them came with this code, right?
Mhm.
And Cartoon Network had on their website a Ben 10 alien
Yes.
fuser,
I did that too.
and I would spend out because then I just realized you could just look up all the codes online. The codes weren't like unique to the figure, so you
I
just look
did
them
not
all
know
up.
that.
So I spent like hours like fusing aliens to see what they would look like.
That's pretty cool.
It was awesome. I wish they brought that back.
My favorite figure was the original Kevin 11.
That was awesome.
That was the coolest figure ever. And you could like pump his heart and stuff.
I had that figure. I loved it. Because it was like the right size to play with all my other Ben 10 figures and feel
Yeah.
like the size was right.
I remember too, like that year that I got that, it was during Christmas time, and me and my brother always like went and found our Christmas presents before we were supposed to. But the problem was we didn't know who got what, so we were like, "Man, I really hope I get the Kevin 11." He's like, "No, I'm gonna get the Kevin 11." I was the one that got it. But
Get wrecked.
I still
Those are
have it
horrible
actually, but one of his arms is broken off.
I still have him somewhere
In my heart.
in my heart.
Yeah.
No, I think I found him recently, like after my family moved and stuff like, a couple of years ago. That like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I think I found him digging through some boxes. Pretty cool.
Wonder.
I was a weird kid. I like chewed on stuff because he had that like antenna thing on his head. I think I chewed
Yeah.
that off as a kid.
Really?
Yeah,
But like you weren't that young.
I know.
I was like, it came out like when we were like at least like
When I was 10, because that's
Yeah.
what made me love Ben 10. I was like, he's 10 years old just like me, and he's a superhero.
yeah, we both had the watches.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I love the watch. Oh my god.
What'd you guys think about like when he went to the future and met like Ben 10,000?
That was awesome.
Yeah, I thought
That was a
pretty
great
dope.
episode.
Which they've tried bringing that back a couple times. And Gwen was really cool in that too.
Yeah. This is gonna sound
You guys-
so.
Okay, go ahead.
This is gonna sound so weird, but I keep seeing this photoshopped image of Gwen from the future, and they like Photoshop her boobs super big. And every time I see that, I like have to go back and watch the episode. Like, no, there's no way her boobs are that big.
He
in the
said
episode.
no way.
And it's like the weirdest thing. I keep seeing
That's
this
so
image all over
pathetic.
the place, and I have to like go back to the episode. Like, wait, what?
Rule 34. Am I
Who'd
right?
you guys crush on the hardest in cartoons when you were a kid?
Alex will probably agree with me on this one. It was definitely Starfire from Teen Titans.
100%.
And a little bit
that's-
that tall redheaded lady from Powerpuff Girls.
Really? I
Yeah.
never got into Powerpuff Girls, I'm not gonna lie.
It wasn't like an into it thing, but it was like I'd catch it sometimes on Cartoon Network, and I'd be like, it's okay. Like, my show's on after this one, so I'll just sit through it.
Do you guys
And then she'd come on and be like, ooh.
Made little Michael feel some sort of way.
No, let's not talk about little Michael.
Man, cartoons were the stuff, man.
Cartoons were amazing, and now, like, nowadays, they're all CGI because it's cheaper to do.
I don't
They're
even know.
all like,
What are some like cartoons that are even out now? Like what's
you got
popular
like Uncle
now?
Grandpa, you got like
Oh, I saw that.
Steven Universe.
Oh, that sucks too.
I don't know. Like
cartoons nowadays are either like brain dead or they're like
Or they're-
very obviously targeted towards like a weird.
or like a lot of them, because I have the Cartoon Network app on my phone if in case I ever get bored, and every time I look on there, it's like shows that were made like when we were kids, but just remade, but like way stupider. Like they
Yeah.
remade Total Drama Island, but they're all babies now in a daycare.
What?
Yeah,
That
Doesn't make sense. How does that work in the total drama lore?
I don't know, but like that show has gone on way too long too. Like they've had so many different
That's true. There's
shows.
so many. Like I watched the first one, but after that, I was just like, no, this is stupid.
It became more and more like difficult to do because they kept trying to like add new campers in, but the problem was like they didn't want to repeat personalities, so their personalities just got like more and more extreme basically.
Well, they did the one. It was like the amazing. They turned it into like the Amazing Race instead of Survivor,
Oh yeah.
and they like did like the plane.
That was
yeah.
like season 3. I liked up to that one. Seasons 1 through 3 were decent. But yeah, no one has any good ideas anymore. A lot of it is the fault of the production company, I will say, because they don't want to take a risk on like a new property. So they'd rather just like pump out something, change something up that already has made money just a little bit, and then pump that out.
That's what I hate, man. There's no creativity.
Is there any new things? Like, I feel like there has to be a couple of like.
I mean, I'm sure there is, but like, I don't know. I don't care enough to know.
Yeah.
But we've talked about stuff like this before. We're trying to keep things fresh. I want to talk about Resident Evil 8. Resident Evil 8's out now.
Big titty girl.
We need to talk about big mommy milkers.
There's actually a chick that they based her model off of, and she had no clue that it was gonna get like super popular. But she's actually like really attractive in real life. And
Do you know her name?
I don't, but I'm sure we could look this up.
That's true. That's probably a good point.
But since it became such a big deal for the fans, she did a photo shoot as the vampire lady.
Lady Dimitris.
So I have a feeling that that's going to be a pretty good photo shoot to look up. So
he said we'll have to check that out after the podcast.
It is kind of funny though that she blew up that hard.
I mean, literally the only reason I knew a new Resident Evil game was coming out is because I saw all the memes about it. So I was like,
and she's not even like the biggest part of the game. Like,
yeah, she's literally like the first boss.
Lady Dimitres's face model is Helen Mankowska.
Where's she from?
I don't know.
I need to know what she looks like.
Need to go. Tell me where she lives.
Did they enhance boobas?
Yes, definitely.
Did they enhance the boobas? I'm looking at that cosplay photo, and I don't think they enhanced the boobas that much.
Or maybe they just like put something in her like cosplay.
Put something.
I mean,
like the video I watched a video of her talking about it, and she had like not.
I mean, I will have to say, like in the video game, she is like stupidly tall. Like she's like 10 foot in the video game.
Yeah, like they definitely like exaggerated.
Like she definitely step on your ass.
Yeah, there's like all the memes, and it's like step on my head or something.
I need to show you guys afterwards. There's like an animation where like she comes out of her castle, and there's like all these like horny fanboys standing around, and like it's like the birds from Nemo, where it's like mine. Only they're all like step on me, step on me, step on me. And then like she mutates into this big monster, and all of them start running away. And like because in the animation they all have like little boners poking out.
Yeah.
And then they all like lose their boners and run away, except there's one dude whose boner gets even bigger when she turns into this giant monster.
I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't turn me on that much. Like I don't see like the whole big deal about it.
The big deal is that she is a big deal.
But she's like creepy looking. She's not like that attractive.
Yeah, I mean she was supposed to be creepy.
And there's no like, if you actually watch the cutscenes of the game, there's no like kind of Amazonian fantasy involved in there. Like, there's no, like, ooh, there we finally have a man. We're gonna, like, do stuff to him before we kill him. No, it's like, we're gonna eat him.
Yeah.
It's like, there's no attraction. All of them, like, hate him. They're like, oh, you filthy man. You filthy man flesh.
I think it's literally from the first trailer where it's like, you just see her and her boobs are, like, right in front of her.
Yeah.
And does she have long fingernails or, like,
They stretch out. They're like claws.
Okay.
Yeah. They're like Lady Deathstrike.
Okay.
Like, how her nails just grow out. But yeah, like it's very, the trailer very much misled. Yeah, it's not all about her.
They definitely did that on purpose.
And they just like showed like the more sultry moments, like Ethan Winters, we finally meet. But like in the game, there's no like Ethan Winters. No, it's like she hates him off the bat. She just wants to kill him and eat him, basically.
Yeah, they
what
knew
is
it.
The game even like? What's the storyline of this one?
Like,
because like they switched it up a lot on 7, and it was really a whole like
it's the guy from 7. So in
Ethan
7,
Winters,
you're trying to get your wife back, and he does.
But like at the end of 7, if I remember correctly, you make it out of like the hillbilly place, and then you find out that the corporation from like the old Resident Evil games is like controlling everything, and like making people go crazy in there.
But it's like, okay, so he went and got his wife. And
what
then
is that corporation
They
called?
go back and have a kid.
Umbrella.
I'll get to that. And then basically they bring it back, and it's like you're having a good life. But then I think Umbrella like goes and like kills her like right at the beginning of the game. Like she just gets lit up, and then like they take the baby for some reason. So I don't know if it's some weird thing where like she got mutated, so like the baby has some weird thing that they want. But they basically take the baby, and the whole game is just you trying to get your kid back.
But it gets even
So
more.
are
I
you
don't
like
know if I
still
wanna
like
do,
in
like,
the hillbilly
spoilers.
area? or
No,
is it,
you're
like,
in
No.
like a mountain village.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to do like a
so
spoiler
where
version.
where the crap did the vampire ladies come from?
So they
And, like,
changed the T virus used to be like strictly
Zombies.
but they kind of changed the direction. Now it's just like a generic mutanogen virus.
okay, because like also on the front cover it shows like I think you might become a werewolf.
But then they introduced this
Yeah.
like weird mold too. Now there's like a
Yeah,
weird.
there's the weird mold.
So what happened
there's like
was
this creepy ghost girl that's in it
Yeah,
too. Like,
that
there's a couple.
the real villain, Mother Melinda or something, actually transformed into your wife for a little bit in the game, and she's the one they actually shoot up, and she regenerates and comes back. The real Mia is held captive. The daughter is some kind of like, because of what
How do you
Mia
know
was
all this?
exposed to, the daughter has become like some kind of vessel for like the mold thing from the seventh game. And so the mother character wants that for some evil BS, I don't know. And
This poor guy, man.
yeah,
He just-
Ethan has like a weird regen power from the mold.
Oh yeah, because dude, like
That's
They,
kind
like-
of a spoiler.
they like freaking like chop his hand off in one of the videos, I think. And like
Yeah.
he like takes his hand and like just puts it back on.
Yeah, that's what I
What?
thought was
Like,
super
he just,
weird.
Like he literally gets his hand,
And he
it's
doesn't question
completely
it, like,
off,
they-
it's completely cut off. Like there's nothing like connecting. it
They have the
anymore. He's
plot
just, like-
twist in the game is like he has this regen power because like he gets his heart ripped out and he just passes out.
yeah.
And they're like, oh, he's dead, but then he comes back. And like they explain like, oh, the mold from the seventh game has fully infected your body. You can regenerate, but it's still your body's still breaking down. And it's just like, dude,
so
how
he's
did
gonna
you
die at
Yeah,
some point.
It's like, dude, how did you not realize you had regenerative powers? Earlier, you got your hand cut off. You just picked it back up and popped it back on. That's not how reattachment works.
yeah.
At least in the seventh game, they like stapled his hand back on and poured
Honestly,
weird
I
stuff
love
on
the
it.
fact that he literally just put his hand back on.
Yeah.
Like,
Poor Ethan. He's just
Just
he gets
keeps getting his hands taken off.
Yeah, he's had
Uh.
both his hands taken off multiple times at this point.
yeah.
So did you just like read the plot of the game?
I watched like a playthrough, like a cutscene.
I'm not gonna. I kind of want to play it because I played the seven.
Maybe we
seventh
should
game.
play it for 3 guys 5 feet apart.
I'd-
Epic Gaming.
I'd be so down, but one of us has to buy it.
Yeah. It's not gonna be me.
By the time we have enough money to buy it, the
No,
fat
it,
will
will,
be
yeah, it
passed.
won't be.
The FAD's gonna be out by the time we publish this podcast.
See,
episode.
if I'm being
I
honest,
still play it,
I just hate paying like $60 for a game. So yeah, I always want to
Yeah.
wait.
Especially now, like the way the gaming industry is, where you pay
Yeah.
$60 for like half a game.
Right? Yeah, it's like I'm
And
never.
it's like
buying
content's
games
gonna
new
come out
anymore.
later. You're gonna have to pay for that too.
Yeah, so that's why I talk to Chris about that all the time. He's like, "Bro, we should check out this new game." I'm like, "I'm gonna wait for like a month."
I think it's amazing that
At
like
least
the Resident Evil fandom has already modded Resident Evil 8. They did
Already?
Like, yeah, they're all like thick lady Dimitra mods where she's like in lingerie and they added jiggle physics and stuff.
I love
my
it.
gosh.
Someone had to do it.
So it's like you can watch like all the Jill Valentine mods from the remastered Resident Evil 3 where they put her in all sorts of different outfits. But so it's just natural that you're gonna have
question
this
is,
mod.
where do we think Resident Evil is gonna go next?
Well,
I don't know, does he
if
get? Does he get the kid at the end of the game?
If he's
Like,
decaying
does,
though,
but
like
he,
he can die, right?
I don't know. I'm sure they'll bring that back, or maybe you die and then
I'm trying to signal these guys without spoiling.
We
it for our
already
listeners.
spoiled a bunch.
Ethan's
so
dead, guys. He dies in 8.
I mean, I was just speculating. I didn't know. I was just gonna
was
say.
Ethan from the original
Oh.
games?
No,
At
he's
all?
a character they made
Nah,
up
yeah.
for 7.
Okay.
I was gonna say he died, and then like the baby takes over, and he's the new main character.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think they're gonna make his daughter the main character for the next installment, maybe.
I wasn't gonna spoil it because I didn't actually
But
know.
why don't they just try to get out of all these villages and out of like
Because he was trying to get
the
his kid
control?
back.
So, but then now he's dead. So like, what are they gonna do? Like,
I mean, they'll just make up another main character.
Yeah. Keep the franchise going.
Yeah, like they made Ethan up for 7.
yeah. But
Sorry.
like, do you think they're gonna like go back more into like the Umbrella
Yeah, I mean,
corporation and
Umbrella's
like try to
always
like
in all
take
the
them
games.
down? Like, do you think that we'll ever see them getting taken down?
Probably not.
Yeah,
They're like the main.
Take down Umbrella, then
That's
you
like the
kinda lose
main
them.
thing in like all the games.
Hmm.
I mean, like you kill like people from Umbrella. And
I keep
stuff.
wanting to say the Umbrella Academy.
But yeah, I think she's She's definitely a very well-designed character, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Capcom knew what they were doing, like
Bulbous.
100%. They knew what they were getting into with that.
She's probably gonna be like in the next Capcom fighting game.
Oh, definitely.
Get slam dunked.
Yeah, because I mean, she has like her claws and stuff. Like, it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I actually saw someone video like they took like UFC and like put her in it, and she was like grabbing someone like choke slamming them. It was hilarious.
I'd let her choke slam me.
I'm sure you would.
That was good times.
It is. So there's something I've been dying to talk with you guys about.
I'm a little scared every time you say that.
Well, don't be afraid. Let's talk about the fact that Back in the Barnyard, the main character is a guy, but yet he's a guy cow, but he has udders. So is he trans or something?
I'm just gonna take that as people being dumb.
Yeah,
when
I
they
feel
were
like they just
animating
didn't
it.
do
Like,
enough
They just
research.
didn't.
I feel like they
just
did it for
didn't
kids.
research
Like
it.
kids aren't gonna understand that. Like
I mean,
not
I
all
didn't
cows
know
have
that
udders.
as a
Yeah, that's
kid.
true, I
Like,
didn't
I had.
Did you know it now?
I honestly didn't.
Yeah,
to
I
be
mean-
completely honest.
I mean, if I thought about it hard enough, I could have figured it out.
No,
but, like,
that's a topic I had written down, but
I
obviously
never
it's not going to
questioned
fill
that.
up a huge section. I want to talk about the furry fandom.
That was a good movie, though.
It was a good movie.
honestly, I don't think they should have given him udders.
Didn't
'cause
they
it
make a
just looks
TV
weird.
show?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
TV
that was a
show.
good show.
It was a pretty alright
Yeah,
show.
I liked the show actually. They also
That
made
was,
a video game that I played.
Oh my
I
goodness.
never played that.
Was it good?
Nah, I mean,
I
it
never
was
really-
like a video game. Like,
I never really played video games like that. Like, I had a Ben 10 video game. I was like, it was so.
yeah, I mean,
never
they're
got
usually
into
pretty
it.
crappy, but sometimes I have fun with them. Like,
I
had,
love the
like-
Ben 10 video game.
I had like an Incredibles video game that was
My
actually
dad,
pretty
for some
fun.
reason, always bought like video games that came off of movies. So like we had like the X-Men movie video game, the
Oh.
Superman Returns movie video game. Oh,
Those
they
are
were all
awful.
so
You're
bad.
like, Dad, that's not how that works.
The only one I've ever liked is Aragon. Like they had a video game for that.
I had a
It's so
video
good.
game based on the Fantastic Four movie for the GameCube, and it was actually
Really?
pretty good.
I had a Nemo video game.
I had
Oh my
that too.
God.
Dude, the Nemo video game was actually kind of fun. It was hard though. I feel.
Yeah,
like.
it was really hard. I always died, but, like,
video game reviews.
There's like a part when you're
Nemo,
trying to run
baby.
from a shark, and I think I died. with
Yeah,
that part.
yeah, yeah.
Why would you running from a shark? Fish are friends, not food.
I mean, I think it's at that point, and it's like they smell your blood, so they're trying to kill you or something.
Yeah.
I actually do want to talk about. I have like a longer topic.
Oh, do
the
you?
furry fandom. And
I
in
know
general,
nothing about. The
Yeah, that's
furry
true. We don't
fandom.
really know much about the furry
I just
fandom.
want to talk about like I guess fandoms in general, but for some odd reason, the furry fandom is marred with like
I'd be a Ninja
constant
Turtle.
controversy.
Well, it's because of the people that are a part of it. Like,
Yeah, and so
they're-
that's what I want to talk about. Like, what do you think it is about the furry fandom that just weirdly attracts these
it's
outright
because they can be
degenerate
whoever.
weirdos
It's
to
like the idea of
get
putting a
into
mask
this,
on and being a totally different person. They can put this whole persona on and be whoever they want to be. Like, we watched this video about a whole convention that like they had at hotels for like this furry,
Yeah, I
and
know
they
what
just
you're talking about.
trashed the place and like did whatever they wanted, and because of that, like
So like,
they
let-
got banned from
let me
being
give
in
you some
any other
background, like
hotels.
where this came from, basically. You know, earlier I've stated like my opinion on furries has been like, I get that there's some weirdos in the fandom, but the
I think they're
majority of
all
them,
pretty weird.
I changed it recently. The majority of them are all right guys. They're just doing something they love, and as long as they don't hurt anyone, what's the big deal? Now my opinion is they're all weirdos, except there's a small minority that's actually okay people that just want to have fun, because there's way too many controversies going on. There was a really big furry called Kira the Wolf, who was like the sort of spokesman
Big as in
furry.
tall or fat.
He's kind of short and fat. Not really like fat, but just like a little chunky guy, a little chunky monkey.
Fat with a P.
But Kira the Wolf got caught on this app called Telegram, talking to another like a monster called Snake Thing, talking about how he loves doing stuff to his dog, and he posted some pretty explicit pictures and stuff. And basically, like, he's been lying about it ever since. And he's like, the police investigated me for 2 years and they didn't find anything. And it's just like, and he's lied a bunch of times. He's like, I gave them all my stuff to look through. And but people looked up the official records and they had to they asked for his like laptop and stuff. He was like, go get a warrant. So they went and got the warrant. And by the time they got back to get the laptop, now that they had the warrant, it had been like scrubbed of a bunch of stuff and encrypted. So it's like, okay, like if someone came up to me and said, like, let me look through your laptop, I'm just like, you don't even need a warrant or need to even be a cop. Like, you can check it out. I don't have anything on there.
Nah, I'll be honest, I ain't letting anyone look at my laptop.
But it's like,
what do you got
they
on
lied
there,
about
Austin?
it. And the biggest thing is, like, they investigated me for 2 whole years and they didn't find anything. It's just like, listen, Kira, police can only investigate so many crimes, right? If they decide to put the effort and manpower into having an open investigation of you for 2 years, it means that you got out on some kind of weird little loophole or something, because they don't investigate people for 2 years unless there's something there.
Yeah, they probably just don't have any actual physical evidence.
So what happened actually was the stuff that was physical evidence, like some of the videos and stuff, went beyond the statute of limitations. But like they were indisputable like evidence that he had done stuff to animals.
So why can't they do it then?
Because it's beyond the statute of limitations.
What does that mean? You're just like,
It means like the crime happened so long ago that it's no long they can't like charge you for it.
oh, that's
Which
dumb.
is stupid.
I mean,
And the other stuff was like, while it's like, yeah, it looks a lot like him, there's not like solid proof on it. So even though everyone is, because they leaked all the evidence and stuff, basically, like before this thing came out, they leaked it all on like Kiwi farms and stuff. And it's funny because like Kira the Wolf finally made a response video like a couple months ago, which is why he's like back in the public eye. And I found him on a bunch of like cringe channels that like follow people like this. And he made his response video, and in it he's talking about how he's like, oh yeah, all this information came from a gossip site called Kiwi Farms, and they're all racist and sexist and homophobic, and they dishonor the memory of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And I'm just like, how does the people presenting the evidence like change the validity of the evidence? Like if a guy wearing a KKK hood came up to you and said like, hey, I got pictures of my neighbor murdering his wife, would you be like, I don't believe you, you damn racist? No, you'd be like, oh my god, take off that hood, you're ridiculous, but oh my god, we need to call the cops. It's like, I don't care how bad the person giving, unless the person like was involved in the crime themselves, if they have evidence of a crime being committed, you need to act on that. It's not like, oh, the guy submitting the evidence was also a bad person, so now we're gonna ignore it.
yeah, well, I mean, I feel like no one's gonna actually like, believe him. Like,
But-
I feel like I won.
Then I watched the most baffling video. This other furry called like Greyhound or something was talking about the fandom, and he was talking about how like he's like, the furry fandom needs to keep our controversies to ourselves and stop getting all these outsiders involved because they just paint the furry fandom negatively. He's like, we're talking about the Cure the Wolf controversy, the so-and-so AIDS controversy, the other person AIDS controversy. He goes on for like 5 minutes in this video listing off all the controversies, and I'm just like, oh my god, what is it about your fandom that attracts these horrible individuals, like these irredeemable monster people?
It's because they think they can do it and not really be seen.
I think it's just because they're all weirdos who
And that's it.
Yeah.
put on wolf
Listen.
costumes.
No, I don't. It might not come down to a lot.
I
It might
don't want to
just-
insult anyone, but if like you enjoy getting in a big foam suit dressed as an animal, you might not be all together upstairs.
You're only allowed to do it if it's a turtle. And you make it a Ninja Turtle.
TURTLE power.
Bro, that was a good cartoon too.
Yeah.
But I just see all this stuff and I'm just like, my goodness, the furry fandom is just like horrible. And there are some good ones. Like some of the most outspoken people about Kira have actually been other furries. One of them called Archive the Wolf does a really good
They're
job.
all wolves, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's other weird thing.
Yeah, they're
Wolves are
basically all
dragons,
wolves.
basically. Archive the Wolf did this whole is the one that like does a lot of the evidence and a lot of the saving of the evidence, archiving it. It's in her name. So she's one of the ones that present a lot of it. But yeah, in the furry fandom, there's been like things where someone's like contacting a furry moderator, like on one of the furry fandoms, and they're just like, "Hey, someone's trying to out me for being a zoophile. So can you like and they're gonna try to dig up some old evidence. So could you like take care of that?" And the moderator's like, "Yeah, sure, we'll take care of that for you." It's like, so it's not even like a few of them. It's the higher ups. They're intentionally trying to like hide these crimes
Yeah.
just so that way like other members don't look bad. So there are a lot of degenerates. I'm sorry if you're listening, if you're a furry, and I'm sure if you're listening and you're a furry, you're probably one of the good ones that doesn't like go and bang the family dog or something.
Or not.
But let's be honest. There's a lot of you out there that are pretty messed up, and you get a lot of the limelight from the fandom.
We just lost 4 viewers.
All of our viewers were furries. And that just brings me back to my whole
I wonder
hatred
what the
of
chances are
zoophiles.
if a furry has listened to us.
It's a good question. Hit us
Yeah,
up in the comments if you're a furry.
Yeah, if you're a furry,
us
say it
know.
in the say "yif" in the comments.
What the heck is YIF?
Google it.
I'll go
Look it up.
I'll go
Google
comment.
images,
I'll
safe
go
search off.
comment. Yeah.
YIF?
YIF.
YIF.
Yeah.
I think it's 2 Fs.
Yeah, I think it's 2 Fs.
Just look it up right now on your phone,
I
buddy.
can't. I have protection software on my phone.
Oh,
So,
I ain't looking it up on mine. I'll tell you that.
like you haven't before?
Not even out of curiosity, my friend.
I don't know, Michael. You got some weird stuff sometimes.
But I was
See, but then Austin doesn't want us looking at his computer. What's on there?
No, it's just like in general, like police, like if they want to search me for anything, like come back with a warrant. Like I'm not letting you look
okay.
at anything.
But-
like
Yeah.
like one of the zoophiles on that Zooier Than Thou podcast, which is for some odd reason
Dude,
still
how
up
did
on
I
YouTube.
know when you said I have a thing that I've been wanting to talk to you guys for about?
It's
Bro,
gonna be something
I
weird.
knew you were gonna bring up the
Yeah.
zoology or whatever. it's
bro, do you think any furries would be Care Bears? Like they put on like a Care
Oh,
Bear
100%,
costume?
bro.
called. Or like My Little Pony.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Damn.
That
What
would
would you,
definitely be a.
Who would win, a My Little Pony or a Care Bear?
I
Care
don't know
Bears.
enough about either to give an
Yeah, I don't know
accurate
either. I'd just be going based on it's a bear or a pony.
answer. Do you think a bear could beat up a pony? I think the bear would win in that case.
I don't know. I watched the like My Little Pony like versus like Starscream one. I think the pony won.
What the hell?
Yeah, but if you're literally basing it off of a bear versus a pony, the bear's gonna win.
Yeah, that's
But-
true.
Well, I guess they both have magical powers.
I don't know how their magical
Yeah, I
powers
don't really
work.
know how their magical powers
Yeah, I don't know
work.
either. Love.
I'm going to love you to death.
Man, just think if they made like a Care Bear, but it was like it worked on like hatred. And, like,
I'm not gonna
death
lie
or
though,
something.
you made a good point. If I was gonna be a furry, I think a Mutant Ninja Turtle would work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I'd
I
do
think
Ninja
that's
Turtle.
what I would
you
do.
get one of those costumes from the original live-action movies.
They're pretty
Yeah.
dope, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, I've like watched a video about
You
them
guys
now. And they're
seen
like
the,
falling apart.
Have
and
you guys
stuff.
seen the meme image where it's like one of the actors in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle costumes, and like his mouth is open, you can see the actor's eyes in the back of the mouth.
No.
I
Have you
can
not
see
seen that meme image?
No.
That'd be
Oh,
funny.
dude, it's the most terrifying thing. Apparently, it's actually from one of the movies. Like one of the moves, the like jaw came loose of the costume, so it briefly like pops open, and you can see his eyes. And I guess they just never decided to edit it out.
That's funny.
That is really creepy.
It's like real life Five Nights at Freddy's.
It's like Teletubbies, man. I never got that show. That
Yeah,
always freaked me out.
The sun was a baby.
I was like, they were always eating this pink stuff, but where did it come
Tubby
from?
custard, bro.
Yeah, but like, was it other Teletubbies? They were. They were
Why do you think
eating-
that's the only 4?
There's only 4 Teletubbies.
Oh, they were cannibals.
They were cannibals.
You know what? I never really thought about it too much, but now that you guys mention it, I like 100% accept that they genocided all the other Teletubbies and are now consuming their like
Their
their
Yes,
liquefied
yeah.
biomass.
Huh.
Tubby custard.
That's why they're crazy.
It's the only 4 Teletubbies left, and there's only one female, so they're not like going to be able to reproduce their species.
Yeah, that's true. But they're still probably going ham.
Does anybody remember the theme song for that?
No, and I do not
I
wanna
got a really
remember.
good memory for stupid stuff. So it was like they went through their names. Basically, it was like Tinky Winky La La. It was like one of them. And
I
one
didn't
of them,
even remember their
it was
name.
like they just went through the names, and so like, and the Teletubbies would like wave at the screen. It's like Tinky Winky La La. I forget the other one's name, and then like and Poe.
And
I think the purple one was named Poe, like Poh.
yeah, there's
Man.
like purple, pink, yellow, and
And
red.
like lime green.
Wasn't there
No,
a
it
red
was
one?
no, it was yellow, purple, lime green, and red. The red one was the
Yeah,
short one.
That sounds right. Man, just think if you were an actor for the Teletubbies, that would suck.
Yo, Teletubby fandom, hit us up. We're gonna keep the fandom alive on Three Guys 5 Feet Apart podcast.
Then it was weird because they had like TVs on their stomach. And I was like, why?
Yeah.
They were the Teletubbies.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
That makes a
Wait,
That
did you
lot
not
makes
of
realize
so
that?
much sense.
I had no idea.
Guys!
Dude, I just remember like their antennas being different shapes.
Oh yeah.
Wait. So you knew they had antennas on their head.
Oh my gosh, they have antennas
God,
for their
you're so dumb.
TV.
That makes so much sense now.
Oh my god, you're
Then what-
both idiots.
So wait, they massacred an entire species of TV-based life forms and then are eating their innards for the rest of time.
No, they're eating their liquefied biomass.
You think there's any crunchy parts in there, from the electric
I
parts?
feel like a couple little bones like get through like the grinder, so maybe like a couple.
Yeah,
Is there? I feel like there's like has to be a weird theory about that out there.
probably.
Oh, definitely.
I bet you Film Theory did one.
I kind of want to look this up now.
Way ahead of you.
Oh man, we got on a weird tangent there. We jumped around a little bit. there.
Teletubbies.
Yeah.
Man.
No, but okay. What creeped me out when I was little was like Barney. Like,
Okay,
no,
guys,
I guess
5
I
of the
like
strangest
Barney, but,
Teletubby
like-
conspiracy theories. The baby son is actually a demon.
I mean, I guess like whatever.
The Teletubbies are biogenetically engineered slaves.
Huh. But do
The
they?
Teletubbies are hypnotizing your children.
True. I could see it.
Probably.
This one's just titled "The Strange Teletubbies and Harry Potter Connection,"
What?
I gotta know.
and the 5th one is "They're giants in real life."
Oh my gosh, bro.
Man, I thought there would be some better stuff out there.
Yeah. We need to make a better Teletubby theory, guys.
Yeah, why don't we just put ours on there now?
Okay, here's my Teletubby theory officially. 3 Guys 5 Feet Apart official Teletubby theory. This is canon, by the way. The Teletubbies.
It can't be canon if it's a theory.
It's canon to the
It's
3 Guys
canon
5 Feet
now.
Apart podcast
Okay.
and the show. We're gonna buy the rights to Teletubbies. The sun is a giant Teletubby which mutated.
Oh damn! There you go.
The entire world was terraformed by the 4 to be like their ideal paradise. And as for food, they massacred their entire race and like put them in a big meat grinder that liquefied them, kind of like the pink stuff chicken nuggets is made out of.
So why are the ones that survived the ones that why were they the ones?
They
that
were the one
survived?
true gods.
They believe
survived.
they were one member of each Teletubby race.
Okay.
They're the ones that decide to survive because the race had some weird doomsday cult. So they move to this planet. One Teletubby mutates to become the sun. So there's 5 Teletubbies that massacred the rest.
Damn, there are 5 Teletubby clans.
There was the 5 Teletubby clans. One of them mutates into the sun. The other ones convert the other ones into food. And they live on this strange planet, picking up random broadcasts with their antennas that are beamed through space. And every night they pray to Satan.
Yeah, I mean the first half. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
Like I was actually like, man, I kind of want to keep going with this.
I don't know, like, why. Okay, so what's their plan? Like, after
Yeah,
what's
I
gonna
don't
happen when
know.
the Tubby custard runs out?
Yeah, that's
Right,
true.
like-
I think at that point they're gonna
They're
ascend to their final state.
No, they're growing more on a different planet.
I don't know. I like to think they're on some kind of weird, like, doomsday cult
Well, like
spiritual
the one that
journey.
mutated into the sun, was he the only one that was able to
He
mutate
was the
because he
first
had
one- okay,
some
okay.
kind of gene?
He
or
was the first
something?
one to ascend. The
planet
4
is a
other ones
Teletubby.
are consuming Tubby custard till they can ascend to their final evolution.
So their final evolution is being a sun.
Maybe, or maybe it's something different. They're all different races of Teletubbies, right?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Okay.
And
They're
that's
picking
why
up
they
the
had to
alien
massacre the
broadcast to like
race.
increase their knowledge before they evolve,
Or to like see what else is out there, and they can like
and then they can
there
go
and
take it
eat
over.
them.
No! Alex has got it. They're picking up using their antennas and television tummies. They're picking up alien broadcasts to find more intelligent life to convert into more Tubby custard to
Yes.
consume. Oh my God, they're a race of space
but
conquerors.
But to make it make more sense, they have to eat Teletubbies, so their antennas pick up broadcasts from different dimensions. So they go to different dimensions and take over that dimension's Teletubby world.
And the actual Teletubby show is them trying to communicate to the outside race that's
Yeah.
like talking to them. So the actual show you watch is like a real show from space.
Yeah.
I like this. This
Yeah.
works.
I do too. Like,
We just killed it.
We did it.
We should probably
if
post that
Teletubbies
somewhere.
comes back, then
we,
this is it.
the Teletubbies land on our planet, and we
Well,
know
no,
that
we gotta
we're
run.
gonna be turned into Tubby Custard.
I hope I taste good.
Maybe we'll be selected as the one member of our race to survive and join them and consume Tubby Custard.
Yeah.
Damn. I think
I
I
hope
could
it's
do
good.
it.
Austin, I like your haircut, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate that.
All right, that's all the time we have for today's episode of Three Guys, 5 Feet Apart. Thank you
you.
for listening if you're still listening. Thank you for all of our subscribers. We got a lot of views in our last few episodes, so we're very grateful for that. And we just want to say we just love making this stuff, and if people like it, hey, that's a bonus for us. I've been your host, Michael,
I'm Alex.
And it's your boy Austin.
and we will see you
Bye.
all next time. Bye. Everyone else say bye.
Bye.
Bye.